Um,
A new butcher shop. Dogs.
there's homeless people everywhere in Toronto.
Toronto. Is that what karaoke said? Toronto. I'll have to look that up too. I always thought Toronto was a pretty well-to-do place. They do a lot of fights in Toronto, don't they?
Yeah. UFC goes to Toronto.
I guess there could be
Montreal.
homeless people in well-to-do places. I guess they're not mutually exclusive.
Well, so you think I'm not gonna get in and see in that temple of Oculus, Anubis?
Probably not.
They're
I
not
think
there.
they like the mystery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe they enjoy it's a big joke on everybody. You know?
Mhm. And everybody, yeah. Look, everybody thinks we're a cult. We just got some cool shit, and
I know, idiots.
they're looking at us on Google Earth.
Like, let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's not let anybody in. So do they see clients there?
I don't think so. It didn't say that they did, not there. And then if they saw clients there, it'd be way busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be making
I
260,000.
thought that's what you said, though. They practiced and lived there or something.
No, the doctor or doctors started a business out of the home. You know what I mean? So they somehow have a business. Maybe it's internet business, or you know what I mean. They could be doing anything in there. And they named the business Oculus. That's the name of the actual business registered to that address. It's weird. We should do something like that.
Well, yeah. We should.
If I ever get rich, that's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to look up this Haystack Rock in Oregon by, oh, yeah, Haystack Rock off of Goonies. And I'm going to go and look at that thing.
Karaoke's really repping Toronto, man.
Oh, biggest city?
He's like, big ups to my boys in Toronto. Hey,
Those-
buck.
There's Jamaican there. Jamaican chubs.
I'm going through them all. It sounds like a cult to me, Waco style.
So you know in the movie Goonies, you've seen that, right?
Yes, I know. You was telling you was going to go to where the rock
rock.
face is
Where
out in
they
the
hold
water on
that-
the beach.
Yeah, they hold that skull thing up.
Yeah,
And look.
that would be cool, man. If you could somehow get a replica. I'm sure there's a gift store that sells a replica of it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, they should, huh? It would have been so much more exciting when I was like 13.
Yeah, but still, I do.
Yes, assistant.
You think you know how to get around that town because you watched the movie Goonies?
Oh yeah, I can get around Astoria. I know where everything is. The laundromat, the bridge, the
Well, I mean, that was a while ago.
museum.
It's changed a lot in 30 years.
Thanks for putting your 2 cents in.
That makes sense, though. You know, you just seen a layout of the community, basically. I can see where you could. What is the diner that's on the beach still there? Is that what you said?
I don't know. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
Marlene has been there, but she said she doesn't remember if there was a diner or not.
Would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you
I'd be
guys!
like, where's the bathroom? Downstairs, to the left. Stay to the left.
That's awesome.
And then I definitely look into the fireplace.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Just to make sure. I bet that fireplace really isn't even in there, though. They probably just use the
Or
outside
I'm gonna
of the
find the
building.
well in town by the tennis court.
Yeah. The well would be awesome. Yeah, I can be sloth. I just did.
Yep.
Baby Ruth?
Ruth, baby.
Baby Ruth? I think it's, yeah. It is sloth. And chunk. They fat kid. Do the truffle shuffle. Come on, guys.
Do it.
Do it.
I used to have a shirt that said had him doing the truffle shuffle on it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find that we're their house.
Well, you got the address. Well, no. I don't know if you can. Well, yeah, they're on the front porch a lot, so you should be able to see the address pretty clearly.
I could figure it out. I've seen that movie 1 billion times, man. What are you looking at?
I'm just looking for stories that I think I might be interested in. Nothing. There's nothing going on right now. Oh, Ebola. Yeah, okay. Well, nobody is dying yet. Just a couple of people.
Yeah, it's God, man. Imagine how freaked out people got about that, and it's just
No worse than the flu, which
Yeah.
kills like several thousand people a year. I don't know. I guess people got to have something to be scared of. Peterson returning soon. Good.
Goonies never say die.
Never say die.
All right, so
Oh, the Virgin spaceship crashing. The Virgin Mobile.
yeah,
That was
What?
kind of it crashed like one of their test planes for the passenger taking passengers
To
to
space, yeah.
crashed. Apparently, I don't think this one was taking people to space. I'm not sure exactly what it was doing, but it was taking you up
It had
really
people on it?
high. No, it was
Oh.
just a test. It did have a pilot and I think just one pilot on it. But it takes you up really high, just to the edge of space, and then you land, and you can be like to the other side of the world in like 2 hours. A 2-hour flight gets you to China. Like, wow, okay.
how does that doesn't make sense? You go further. I mean,
Yeah, you go up,
I guess the Earth spin. That's yeah.
so you cover more distance with more efficiently. Because an inch on the
Yes.
ground, if you would be up there, I don't know exactly how it exactly works, but that's what his goal with this one was. It wasn't to get people in space, it's to get people on the edge of space.
And probably experience weightlessness.
Yeah, I'm sure, or like near weightlessness, something like that. But it crashed. Well, you're gonna have that though. How many test planes have crashed through the history of aviation?
Yeah.
All of them, just about at one point.
Well, it's better that one than the real thing.
Yeah, that's what they're working out bugs. These people who do this, they understand that. They want to. I would personally love to travel to space. I hope they do perfect that kind
I mean-
of technology. I think that would be amazing.
It's not tiddlywinks. These people have jobs.
That was good. I like that. It's not tiddlywinks. It's a little bit more serious.
Yeah, this is some serious shit here. We're not playing Jack in the Box.
China slows down, bruises global economy.
What?
This is what happens.
It happens because we're so dependent on them.
Well, I don't like the way that all the economies are intertwined, but I guess, to some extent, you have to be like that. They're going to start cashing in their American money, and then that's going to hurt us because we're so far in debt. It's going to flood the market with currency, and that's going to make your money worth less even more. Then once that happens, nobody else is going to want American currency, and they're going to start trading it in.
So would you, if you were president, you wouldn't trade with other countries? You would just try to be self-dependent?
No, I would trade with just about all countries because you would just about have to, but I wouldn't be setting up laws to make it easier or more profitable to do that. But a good product is a good product. It doesn't matter where it's at in the world,
Right.
So that's what I would do. I just wouldn't try to set up laws to
You
make
wouldn't
it.
try to use our own oil?
Well, I feel two ways about that. One, the libertarian in me says, yeah, I mean, use all the resources that we own to hit the market, and I mean, just to go to market. Yeah, but I'd also like to save those resources because one day, I mean, the well's going to run out over there, and they're going to be out of oil, and we're not going to be buy oil from them. And if we use all of ours up in the process as well, there's going to be no oil.
So that's what they're thinking.
I
What
don't
about
know.
China or Japan? They're buying like all of our lumber and putting it in the ocean.
Why are they
To
putting it in the ocean?
It's like preserving it.
What?
Then when we cut down all of our trees, they're gonna.
What are you talking about right now?
I heard this. Japan is buying up all of our lumber,
Japan.
putting it in the ocean. Here, let's just look it up.
And storing it in the ocean?
Mhm.
Well, the good thing about trees is you can grow them, especially like pine trees. 40 years you can replenish pine trees. I don't know if I can believe this. I guess it would store it for some amount of time.
The salt water. I have no idea, dude. I just heard this.
I know. I want to.
Japan on. Well, now we're gonna it'll probably all be radioactive if they were doing it.
Oh,
Fukushima.
even better, huh?
Fukushima.
Super radioactive logs.
Treated. Yeah, these can go to space and back.
So if they get loose, they'll float around the ocean forever, landing everywhere in the world.
All right. Why Northwest Mills want China to buy more milled lumber? Okay, maybe it was Japan. Maybe it is China. Let me see. Did you find anything?
No.
Is that where are you looking up that or something else?
Storage of lumber, Ocean Spring Lumber and Company. No.
Maybe. Oh, well, they were doing a lot of like building cities in China,
Yeah, I see that.
and then nobody lives there.
Yeah, ghost cities.
Yeah.
With trains and everything. I seen this really advanced one that had a. Oh no, this was in like Abu Dhabi or something. Like the whole city was green. It was self powering with like solar panels and solar heaters and things of that nature. And it was empty still. They hadn't let anybody in it yet. But you could get these you could sit down on these little things and they would take you around the city. Like these little, almost like stool looking things. And you would go to these littler trains, like 6-man trains, and they would take you places in the city.
Wow.
It was kind of ridiculous.
Huh.
I didn't find anything about. Is it called carbon sink?
I don't know. I don't know why. Why are they building these cities without like they're thinking business would move in and then would just bring people, but it never happened. They
Keep
ran out of
people
money
working, too.
building a lot of them too.
Build the middle class, keep people working.
But a whole city?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they wanted businesses to go there too. I mean,
I guess they still could. It'd be pretty cool if you could just buy a city, just make it to one big giant like paintball field.
I bet you
or
could buy. In America, you can buy cities sometimes, little towns with like only a few buildings in between, like out in the open desert areas, out in southwestern United States.
Yeah, I don't know. Chinese do a lot of weird things. What is it?
I'm reading this thing about carbon sink. It's a natural or artificial reservoir that accumulates and stores some carbon containing chemical compound for an indefinite period. The process by which carbon sinks remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is known as carbon sequestration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Carbon offset. Okay, so they build these things to take carbon out of the air so they can pollute a little bit more. It's a carbon offset. So you're polluting, but you're also taking carbon out of the air.
wow. Okay. Makes sense.
There's natural carbon dioxide sinks. And then land. What? Artificial sinks are landfills. Carbon capture and storage proposals. Carbon sources include fires by consumption and farmland by animal respiration. Huh. The Kyoto Protocol. Vegetation absorbs carbon dioxide. Well, okay. Okay, anyway, that doesn't talk about the trees at all. That's just something
Well,
totally different.
son of a. I sat there the whole time waiting
Oh,
to
I'm
hear
sorry.
it.
I was just reading about some other thing.
I don't know.
Sorry, man. I got ADD, man. I got off topic. I was researching one thing, found another thing. So I couldn't find anything about the Asian area or Indonesian area that is buying our lumber and storing it under the water.
Have you heard about these floating cities
Okay,
they're
maybe.
thinking about making, like out in the middle of the ocean? And if it's in international waters,
They can do whatever they want.
Yep. And
Don't say it so happily.
basically, you go and you make, make your society work the way you want it to work. You don't have to worry about the laws of a country. You go by your own laws and evolve that way.
I can do all the stem cell research I want to out here in
Yeah.
Deekville. Deek's
And
Landing.
They evolve as a society.
Deek's Landing. That's what, anytime I ever buy a piece of property or anything, that's what the first thing's going
Deek's
to be.
Landing.
Deek's Landing.
But yeah. So you get out. There's no laws. You make your own laws, which
Murder Day. The first Wednesday of every month. Murder is legal.
oh god. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be anything like that. But I think you have to be approved to get on. They're not going to be bringing psychopaths out on there, on the floating city. But there'll probably be some pirate cities. They'll be having like War of the Worlds out there.
Man,
War of the Cities.
Waterworld, is that what it is?
It's sort of like that movie. I mean, it sounds like it would be like that, but
Except for
I bet if they did, no, they're not going to be land. It's going to be floating,
I mean,
like an oil
but there's still
rig.
going to be land other places. In Waterworld, there wasn't any land anywhere except for the
Oh.
one tiny island.
Yeah. But do you think about it? If people were like born and raised and lived on one of those cities, would they start evolving? Like
You mean after
Waterworld?
millions of years?
Like Waterworld?
I don't think it would happen.
I don't
that
think it
quick.
would take millions.
I think it would.
I don't think it takes that long for
To
evolution
grow gills,
start.
if you're not manipulating the DNA, I think it would.
I mean, but it wouldn't be millions of years.
I think so.
I think it could do it in
I don't.
100 years.
I don't. What? Absolutely not. No way. Unless there's some type of manipulation or something like that. I'm for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be a practical. It wouldn't be millions, though. It would be a couple thousand years at least to start. I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm a podcaster. And a shitty one at that.
No, the
Damn
podcast
it,
is
Jim.
fantastic,
I am
man.
not a scientist.
I'm a doctor.
Dr. Jim, not a scientist. Well, alright. What do you got?
What do I got? What?
I thought you had a topic there.
Oh, about the libertarian
We're
candidates. I
totally
do want
not
to tell
prepared.
about the.
Yeah, get that shit
If
out of the
anybody
way.
in Ohio is watching, you know we got elections Tuesday. You can early vote right now, but if you're tired of the red and blue downward spiral that we've been facing in America for quite some time, you know the good Charlie Earl, the good man Charlie Earl, he was unable to be in the gubernatorial race because of some technicalities early on in the signature collecting part of the campaign, like the very first step. Just some minor technical difficulties that you
Some
would
BS.
never normally ever be a.
Somebody probably set him up.
Well, that's exactly what happened. These Republicans talked to this guy who's a member of the LPO, Libertarian Party of Ohio, and they got him to sign a paper to make an official complaint, which he didn't. He went to court and he's like, he's just some old guy, and they tricked him into doing it. Got the whole ball rolling. You know, it is a big setup, and somebody didn't sign something. It's as trivial as that. There's a guy didn't sign something saying, you know, I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyway, even the judge said, you know, I mean, it's pretty despicable what you guys did, but the law is the law, you know, and that's the law. If you don't have that paper signed, well, then you're not officially signed in, so you can't be on the ballot. And that's
Well,
what it came
damn.
down to. But anyway, so we don't have the gubernatorial candidate, but we do have Ohio State Auditor Bob Bridges, and we have the Secretary of State Kevin Needler, or candidate Kevin Needler. And they're both pretty solid libertarian candidates. You know, I go to their website and you can,
Decent.
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 Karaoke, did you say that the Trailer Park Boys were making fun of Americans on their show? Is that the point of their show?
Decent.
Decent. What's up with this slicer, Ray? Oh, decent. Kitties. Kitties aren't supposed to smell like cigarettes. Kitties are supposed to smell like kitties. Bubbles. Shed and breakfast. Man, they did very good on this new season.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got the